Hello and welcome to Evessio tutorials. My name is Holly and today we're going to cover how to clone an event. For each new year of your event, it is best practice to create a new event on Evessio so that you have a nice fresh start with no old data or anything like that in the back office. You'll of course continue to have access to your previous events, your previous reports and everything like that. It's important to understand that although we can make a copy of a previous event, it's not going to be an exact copy because there are certain things that do not copy over. And those things are event settings, that also includes your payment settings, custom reports, event schedules, and any collaborators such as sponsors, exhibitors, judges, and things like that. So those things do not copy over. However, all of your content, all of your pages, your templates, your products, your awards, questions, and categories will all copy over. And you can then make as many changes as you want to. To get started cloning your event, you're going to log in, and on your event list, you'll see the option to add new event. And we're going to start off by selecting if this event should be an existing or a new event group. If this event was run in Evessio last year and it's in an event group already, it's most likely going to be going into an existing event group. And in that case, you can select that event group from the drop-down. Alternatively, if it's a brand new event that has never been hosted in Evessio, you might choose to select new and you'll simply pop the name of the event into the box there. And you can see the system will automatically then derive the name of the event from whatever you've called the event group. Next, we have the event name. As I said, the system will have a stab at what the event name should be, dependent on the event group name. If it's not correct, or if you want to change it, you can absolutely do so. The next thing we need to do is input the event's date. And that's the date of the final event, whatever that is. So that could be the awards night, it might be the conference or the exhibition. You'll set the start date as well as the start and finish time. This can be changed from within the event settings later if things aren't firmed up yet or if anything just happens to change. If your event falls over more than one day, you can set a separate end date by ticking the little box here. And you can then input the end date and an end time. Lastly, for this window, we need to select what optional features we'd like to use. Now, if this event is the same as last year and you were happy with the features you had in Evessio, you can check what those were by going to the event settings for last year's event. And you'll see here the event features. So in my particular case, I was using award, conference, and exhibition. But for your event, you might just be using awards or just be using conference. This will dictate the functionality you have within Evessio. So by selecting the awards feature, you can see there that allows you to have awards categories and questions, a judging process, and also the table booking product type. Conference allows you to have attendees, which is a different product type, speakers and schedules. And exhibition allows you to have an exhibitor zone, exhibitor tasks, and organisation profiles for exhibitors, as well as the attendee product type. So make the selection of the optional features you require. Once you're happy with your selections here, we'll click Continue. We then need to select the theme that we want to choose for this event. If your event's going to maintain the same look and feel of last year's event, you may well want to select the same one as last year. We can do that by going to Website and Themes. and you will see the theme that's in use, and we can then select the relevant one. If you think you might want to use a different theme, you can have a look at how the theme affects different aspects of the event by going to themes.evessio.com, and this will show you how the theme impacts things like buttons and profiles and all different aspects of your event. Once you've selected your theme, that brings us to step 3, which is a really important step and really the most important step in this process in terms of cloning the event. And this is where we're going to copy the content and copy the event. And what's really important that you understand is that this is your only opportunity to do it. If you don't copy it now, you're not going to get another chance to copy it. So please do it now. And for create content, we're going to select yes. And then it's really important you select which event it is that you want to copy. That then brings us to a choice of, do we want to copy over all content that is copyable from the previous event? I would generally encourage you to copy all the content. We can always delete things later. However, if you know there are certain aspects of the event you don't want to copy over, you can select individual sections that you would like to copy over. But again, it's really important that you're thorough at this point, because this is going to be your only opportunity to copy that content. Once you're happy with your selection, we'll click continue. And that brings us to our final step, which is our timeline step. And this is where we can set the event country, the event time zone, and again, it will just confirm the event date. But all of these settings can be changed from within the event if anything changes. Once we're happy with those settings, we'll click finish. And as you can see, it's going to take a few seconds to prepare our new event. And it will take you straight into the event. Now, once you've done that, I would encourage you to have a look around and make sure that all the content you're expecting to be there is there, all of your categories, questions, emails, content, just to make sure you didn't make an error when selecting what event you wanted to copy or what you wanted to copy, because as I've continued to emphasize, that was your only opportunity to copy it. However, if you realize straight away that you've made a mistake, we can always disable this event and copy it again. If you've been working on it for a while and then realize it, it's a more difficult decision to make whether you want to start again or not. Once your event's copied over, you then need to update lots of things. You'll update any verbiage that's referring to the previous event and email templates and in content. You'll update any of the assets and branding that you want to update, as well as the color scheme and your settings. And there is a super useful help document. If you go to the Docs tab here and search for copying or cloning, you'll see this one, how to create a new event and copy content from another event. And at the bottom of this document, there's a checklist of all the things that you need to update. And there are other tutorial videos on quite a few aspects that you'll see here. Lastly, once you have updated everything on your cloned event and you're happy with it, please do make sure that you test it and everything's behaving as you expect it to. Take yourself through the customer journey. Of course, always making sure that you're in test mode so that we can delete those transactions later. And that just means if you do realize anything's not quite right, we can help you fix it before it gets to your customers. Thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions or we can help with anything, please get in touch at support@evessio.com. Thank you.